because I'm not very good at skateboarding in real life. I think morale's the same. So we just play video games to make ourselves feel better and do like backflips on flat ground and stuff. So we all ready to tech? We all ready to go? Ready? All right, you ready, Morale? You ready?
I know, I'm nervous.
Are you ready though?
I'm monkey shaking.
I'm monkey shaking too.
It's my first. It's my first time couching.
Are you ready to go?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, go! Wait, that was the wrong save. Wait, that was the wrong save. It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry. We'll keep the timer going. It's only like 5 seconds. I loaded the wrong save though. I'm a dumbass.
Right. So there's
okay, real time go. There we go.
Right. So there's 2 reasons the run doesn't.
Huh? I saw you. Yeah.
The run starts from the save.
There is.
Yeah.
Do you want to explain them? Or do you want me to?
I can explain them. So the first one is that there's a long cutscene that nobody wants to watch.
Yeah.
Apart from English Ben, he wants to watch it.
I don't mind watching it. It's only like it's only like a minute long.
Hey, look, if you complete each day. Oh.
However, the reason we're starting from a save this time is because loading from a save makes the day and night cycles consistent.
Indeed. Yeah, so basically, to kind of follow on from that, when you start the game, the timing is based on the first time you can make a save, because people don't like watching intro cutscenes. It's not as bad as Super Mario Sunshine, but you know, Tony Hawk speedruns are all about action. So they don't want to watch a minute cutscene, but they'll happily play tutorials for 10 minutes. So yeah,
now you try.
Inconsistent, but whatever. What can you do? So you're able to like customize your character and stuff right at the start of the game before you can make a save, because you're in like a closed tutorial. So what you could in theory do was anytime you save, it kind of keeps it, right? So I could have a start a save that's like at 8 p.m. and Morale could have one at 7 a.m. And the stats that you need to attain to get into certain competitions are based on the like what time of the day it is, and they reset at like midnight every day. So the routes would change depending on when you made a save before the run started, and that's really dumb. So to keep it as consistent as possible across the routes, we just do this instead. Do you want to talk about my little challenge I've got going?
Yeah. For every time you die.
Every time I fall off my skateboard.
Yeah, the bail. Yeah. You will donate $5.
$5 to save the children. So everybody behind me, while I'm in this auto-scroller, you're going to count for me, all right? Every time I bail, scream 5, then 10, then 15, yeah? If you cheat, you're all muted.
Why are you guys not on camera? Stabby, scoot over.
So this is just an auto-scroller, by the way. So every single auto-scroller in this game, apart from one that I'll point out later on, it rubber bands. So as you can see here, because I'm not doing anything, Joe Skater can do as well as he wants. He can do backflip, flares, triple tray flip, doesn't matter. He like won't get any points. But if I get 1,000,000 points, he'll all of a sudden do a kickflip and it'll give him 1,000,000 points. So usually the strategy is to just kind of AFK and chill, and then do some stuff right at the end so he doesn't really have time to catch up. So I land like pretty much as soon as it's ready, and then we're good to go.
I trust that the audience will keep track of every time English Ben bails.
I mean, I'm not gonna. I'm gonna be like, no, I didn't bail.
So, when you're
It was a glitch.
help me pick, think you could throw my piece up there? Nice one.
Interestingly enough, I actually had a glitch when I was running, when I was practicing in the practice room, and it just made me force bail whenever I was doing a certain goal. Never happened before. It would have cost me like $35, dude. So let's hope that doesn't happen.
Throw my piece up there?
Let's hope it happens for the kids.
Nice one.
So do you want to explain the graffiti as well that I'm doing at the same time?
Can do. So basically, he's doing a graffiti challenge, and there's this guy that tags things at every level, but at fixed locations, right?
Yeah. So they're on the 3 same places, and the reason we have to do them is because later on in the game, you join a gang, and they're all about graffitiing and being really cool kids. So you need to prove to them that you've got like an epic tag, and it needs 4 different styles, and the way you unlock all the 4 styles is by doing these missions. So obviously it makes more sense to just kind of route them in as you go along, rather than doing them all later on.
Yeah, and it gives you money.
It also gives you money, yeah. I'm gonna take this spawn, as you can see the big green $sign. Do you remember what that means, Morale?
Yeah, it's the homeless dude.
It's the homeless dude. So in this game, there's a homeless guy.
Can I explain?
You can.
Okay,
Feel
so,
free.
Okay, so there's a homeless guy, and he spawns at different locations every time. And basically, he moves around the map. So he's at different places at all times. But you'll see him if you follow the dollar sign. And he gives you money if you perform tricks for him.
Yeah. He's a homeless man that will happily pay you hundreds of dollars just to watch you do a couple of tricks. That's probably why he's homeless.
Hey, this is Tony Hawk. You were listening to Demolition Radio.
So we got done with Hollywood in that
Throw my
time.
piece up there?
There's actually a way to clip out of Hollywood and go straight to this town.
Bomb someone.
And it actually loads in the goals, unlike some clips that we'll see later. But it's not faster because Hollywood is like 3 minutes long anyway. So it's faster to just do it normally. But you can run low percent if you want. It's just the same thing, but with that clip, it's just a minute slower. But it looks a lot cooler.
Dave, Thug One had wall plant sticker slapped to manual to wall plant.
Also, Dave is the best character in this game, if you didn't know. Objectively
know that.
speaking.
Dave.
You'll meet Dave a lot.
And I go for the spine transfer to nose grab front
So
flip.
this is what I was talking about when I was saying about the... I don't understand the idea between not wanting to watch an intro cutscene, but watching these. These are all unskippable. So it's basically a minute anyway.
After you've learned a
So
thing or two.
I don't really get it. But, you know, each to their own.
Well, Boone, hey,
So all of this is just learning a lot of tricks that you'll probably never use just to impress your friends. But there's a couple of things you can do. Like one of them is dialogue chaining. So basically what that is every time, if you saw before, when I learnt a new trick, it gives you like a little confirmation box and you gotta go like, oh, rad, I learnt to kickflip. Sweet, dude, I learned to manual and stuff like that. So what you can do is you can deliberately postpone when you get that message, so it comes up during a cutscene, and then you can mash through all the text boxes while you're watching the cutscene. That's unskippable. So you kind of chain them together to minimize the amount of time that you spend mashing. Because I don't like mashing. Not a big fan of mashing buttons.
I like mashing,
I don't
but
want to
I'm
get like
terrible at it.
I don't want to get like RSI from playing this game. I like using my hands.
I'll get RSI for you.
Thank you. That's the nicest thing anyone's ever said to me. So here you see it. So as you can see, that I complete it, and then the dialogue box comes up, but then because the cutscene plays right on top of it, it just skips it entirely, which is nice. I like skipping things.
Cool. Now let's do some flips.
So these flips are kind of annoying. Ideally, you want to do one flip like he does there, and then use the momentum to then do 2 back to back. But you can also double backflip like that, which only counts as 1. So if you double backflip, then you usually, like that, you don't have time to do another one. And it's very easy to kind of press the, because I'm using the analog stick for this, it's easy to kind of mash a bit too fast and do a double by accident. I swear sometimes I'll do just one, like 2 inputs, which is for the roll, and I'll do a double anyway, but I think that's just me being bad. I've never been able to prove that it's the game's fault.
You got the spine transfer. Jump off.
So this is another instance of the dialogue chaining, because we've obviously learned a lot of things. We've learned how to bank transfer, spine transfer, acid drop, and do rolls and flips.
Go ahead, you're up.
So we're going to go and see Gale first. Shout out, where's Gale at? Is he on tech? Or is he just not watching my run because he knows I'm going to call him out?
I will watch.
So we chained in, and then we get to skip all the dialogue boxes while we speak to Gale. And he teaches us how to parkour. French people are really good at parkour. So of course, if you don't know how to front flip Morale, all you got to do is just find Gale, and he'll go, okay, this is how you backflip. You run up the wall, and then you backflip. And obviously that means you can just instantly do it. There's no technique involved. You just backflip, lol.
I guess I need to go find Gil later.
You do. I also need to find him because I don't know how to backflip.
Now watch me combo.
There's been a recent increase in people asking for backflips in my stream. Just for me to do a backflip. I need to learn.
You try.
Not the butt slaps then.
Not the butt slaps. You'll see a butt slap coming on later on. Do you want to explain it?
Yeah.
It's in like
I'll explain it when it comes on.
it's coming up real quick.
Okay. Okay. So butt slapping.
It's a great name.
It's called a not a spin.
It is a pretty good name.
How do you butt slap?
I
Morale?
thought you were trolling first when you explained it first time.
I had to prove to her that it was actually called that, and then even then she didn't believe me.
Yeah, and so the community, I went into their Discord, and everyone's like, yeah, so if I butt slap this way, it seemed very unserious.
I can't butt slap, dude. I can't butt slap.
Right, so when you butt slap, basically, when you go over a ledge, or like a, what is it called? Is it called a ledge in English?
Yeah.
And
What is
when
this
you're about to
teleportation?
fall down, not when you're jumping, but when you're falling, you do a flip, and in that moment you can do an ollie or several, and that's called butt slapping, and it gives you like an extra jump, but it's frame perfect.
That's a butt slap though. It's basically you can do it when you go off like a half pipe or air out of anything, or just any kind of ledge.
Throw my piece up there?
There's also a really hard butt slap strat here. It doesn't save any time in normal, but because I invented it, I'm gonna do it anyway. Well, I'm gonna try to. The reason it's hard is because you can see I'm gonna do it off this ledge here, and you have like barely any time. And of course I nailed it because I'm a perfect gamer. Let's go, clap that, clap that. So the reason it doesn't save time is because usually in normal, because the stats are different, what I would usually do is do a backflip grab off this roof to train my stats. But the stat board is here, so I can't do the backflip grab. I'll have to do it later, but it's fine. It's not a big deal. It's like 2 seconds. So we're getting towards the end of Beverly Hills. Get rid of all the annoying tutorials. And if the eagle-eyed were watching there, I actually got a really good homeless man spawn, but he teleported me behind a fence and then asked me for the only goal in the game that I can't do behind that fence, which is hit gaps. So I had to cancel it, unfortunately, but it's fine. So I don't really get it about Dave. The thing that we just did there, his combo is like his signature combo, but then he does this. That's much more impressive, don't you think? So I don't know why he just doesn't have that as his like signature thing. Like wall riding across like that is way more impressive.
Is it?
Just
Yeah.
watch and learn.
Sticker slapping, you just
transfer to nose grab to front flip.
give a little slappy slap. Yeah, that's easy.
Slappy slap seems to be the thing in this game.
There's a lot of slapping. So another thing we need to do is do 2 spine transfers, and because this goal already has 1, I just kind of spin around and do it there. And now we're going to do some sick front flips into a manual. Really cool stuff. And we're going to get... Our friends are going to love us.
Awesome.
You nailed it.
I haven't seen someone so dialed since that Rodney versus Day One video.
You proved yourself to us, Hucker. Now follow us up here to meet Iggy.
So this unlocks the skate ranch, which is like our kind of hub world. I'm going to check here, actually, if I can... Actually, no, I won't. I'll play it safe. So I was going to check there if I could do the backflip there. But I don't want to bail, because I don't want to get myself into a lot of debt too early. So I'll leave it until later, because this game gets much harder later on. So this is a super boring mission. All you do is you just skitch, which is like grabbing onto the back of a car. But you do it to Murphy's dog. So I won't show what the angle looks like from a side, because I might get banned.
Do it.
If you have anything you want to read, hosts, Ryan, Charlie, then you've got some time now, like a minute or so.
No, it's donation reader.
Oh,
Bunny.
sorry, Bunny, if you got anything to read. I'm so used to last year, my apologies,
Yeah,
go
it's
ahead.
okay. I have a few donations. So we have $20 from Anonymous, $25 from Sludge. We have Anonymous with $20 saying holy moly fish moly. We have Russia GTR saying good luck Ben with $5, and we also have Anonymous with $10. I would also like to remind everybody that we are $360 away from meeting Ben's goal. So yeah, if we could meet that up until the end of the run, that'd be awesome.
Make
Yeah.
us hit that goal.
Thank you for the
Chad.
donations.
Basically what the incentive is, it's when I originally submitted this game, my PB was a 113, so a 125 estimate seemed pretty fair. And then I rerouted the entire game and saved like 5 minutes. So now my estimate's pretty high, and things would have to go real bad for me to go over. So I said to Fatsker, I said, instead of like changing the schedule based around me, if you want to give me a different estimate, I said I should go about 10 minutes under estimate. And then I also have a game that should take me about 10 minutes to complete, so you can make it an incentive. So that game is Tony Hawk's Underground 2. It's an insanely action-packed game. And as I say, you can beat the whole thing in less than 10 minutes. The world record is like 7. So if you want to see that, then be sure to get your donations in. It'll just be by the end of this run. If we switch, then if we make it, we switch. If we don't, we don't. That's fine.
Right. Who's the world record holder in that one?
Guy with a lightsaber, the absolute legendary gamer that he is. I wish he was here today. I miss him dearly. So another thing to point out is you'll see me switching stance quite a lot. That's because in this game, we want to max out our speed stat as much as possible, because that's how far you travel or how fast you travel when you're just skating. But it doesn't affect when you're in switch stance, which is basically just changing the footing. So right now I'm in regular, and that's switch. So I want to be in regular as much as possible because my speed isn't changed or boosted in any way when I'm in switch stance. So you go a lot slower. So I'll try and remember to switch up as much as possible. So right now we meet the legendary Iggy Van Zandt, and you think he'd teach you some real cool tricks, like you've been trying for the past 10 minutes to impress him, and then he teaches you how to butt slide, which is really boring and a bit shit, really, isn't it?
Slimmy, did you hear the word on the radio?
And then you
Tony
never end
Hawk
up
said
using
on
it
the show
again.
that some crazy lunatic busted up this lane protest in Hollywood by
So
knocking down the dinosaur
the second
head
half of
right
the
in
skate
middle
ranch,
of
which
them.
is this segment, it's where the game gets really insane, and it doesn't make any sense. So you're trying to build up the skate ranch, and you're getting all these pieces from everywhere. So what you're going to do is, like, say if you want like a rooftop or a set of stairs, you're just going to do a lot of tricks on it, and then it just blows up, and then you take it to the ranch and steal it. It's straight vandalism. Like, we're a bunch of hooligans. But I guess that's what skateboarding culture is, right?
Back over to Hollywood before that thing's gone. And
Or am I
bring back
spoiling
that
the story
dino
now
head.
by saying that?
It's a speedrun, you can spoil it if you want. I've played this game before. It's fine.
Have you?
I have. So the first thing we're going to go and borrow is we're going to go and commit some bribery. So this is why we needed at least one homeless guy to spawn at the start, because we need to buy the dino head from this guy. This is one of maybe like 6 or 7 things in the game that you need to buy, which requires money, and that's why you need to boost your money in like the most efficient ways possible, because you need to pay for a lot of stuff. In easy, the graffiti goals that you do is enough to get you through the whole game because of how cheap everything is. But obviously in normal it scales, and in sick it scales again.
Is there a reason you don't play easy?
Originally the reason I submitted normal was because at the time that was just what I was the best at, and then I ended up becoming really damn good at everything else. So I could have done easy. I said to Fat Guy, I said if you want to change it to either easy or sick you can, but he said just keep it. So I was like whatever. But normal isn't that bad. Usually the idea is in thug games. Oh, actually, I say, you ready to mash?
Sure.
You ready? Okay.
I'm really bad
Ready?
at mashing.
Okay, you ready? Go.
Oh God.
Mash. Go, 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 go. Stop.
Okay. And
Go. Nice, good job. Clap for morale. That was gaming right there. She only lost me about 3 seconds out of 5 there. That was pretty good. I'm really happy with that.
I wouldn't let her do that again.
That is no faith right there. That is pure bullying. I won't have that on my run. Can someone mute Bunny's mic, please? So as you can see there, I picked up a lot of stat challenges, and I'm just going to boost my speed as much as possible. The ollie and stuff is just how high you can jump, but like even with a minimum ollie stat, there's only really one goal in the game that's kind of awkward when you don't have good stats in ollie and air, but you can cheese it, so I'll probably cheese it anyway just to be safe. So again, this is just stealing things from Hollywood. We're going to steal a set of velvet ropes like we did there. And then we're going to steal a big needle from the top of this. I think it's like a record shop. And then we're also going to go and persuade a guy who's on the run from the police to get an RPG out of the back of his car and blow up the entrance to downtown.
it's such a bad game.
I know. So all we do is we just grind around here, and it magically causes the needle to fly down, and there we go. It's back at the ranch apparently. That's how that works. So as you can see, this guy doesn't look particularly. He doesn't look like a guy who would commit crimes, but he does. You know, looks can be deceiving.
He looks like an actor.
That's because he is.
Oh, did you
This game isn't real, Morale. It's fine. This didn't actually happen. It's not based on true events. So now we're going into downtown. This is where I was saying before about the skate competitions. This is where the game takes a really big turn. There's a huge plot twist coming up. Do you remember what it is, Morale?
Oh yeah, I remember. But I'm not gonna spoil.
You're not going to spoil? Well, I skipped the cutscene, so they won't know unless you tell them.
Well, you basically meet Tony Hawk.
No, what?
No.
Wait, you do meet Tony Hawk, but that's not the point.
Nice work, bro. Come find me if you want to use
Wasn't that the point?
Do you want me to explain it?
Yeah, it's the criminal guy. Your friend.
Spoilers, dude. All right, so you've met Iggy Van Zandt, right? The guy who taught you how to butt slide.
Yeah.
He's also a fugitive, but you don't know that because they don't tell you. You just think he's, you know, some legendary skater. And the law is that when you go to the amateur skate competition, so obviously you have to become amateur before you can turn pro. So you join the amateur skate competition and you win it. Even though you'll see that I won't use any of the tricks that Iggy taught me, but obviously in the cutscene he goes, my character goes, yeah, I've learnt this really cool trick from Iggy Van Zandt, and everyone just goes, you know, capital D colon. I thought he was in jail. And then you go back to the skate ranch, and it turns out that Iggy's getting arrested.
Hey, what's it?
And now everyone hates you.
Yeah, and now the rest of the game is you fixing what you fucked up.
Yeah, you make everyone hate you, so you got to go and save everyone from the gangs.
Nice one. Catch up with me later.
Yeah,
I don't know
let's
why
hear
they get
now.
abducted by gangs instead of the police. Like, they get arrested, and then you don't hear about them for ages, and now they're magically trapped by a gang. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but whatever. This is a really good spawn, by the way, for the homeless guy.
I'll keep it easy for now. Nail the tricks I call out. Pull off all of them,
And
you can have this money.
every time, I forgot to mention earlier, when you speak to the homeless guy, he gives you a different, like, the reward that you receive is always the same, but what he asks you to do is different every time. So sometimes you can get, like,
Oh, that bell would make
a thing where you have to nata spin for a few seconds, but there's no way where you can nata spin, so it's really awkward. Another thing to mention is that if, again, the eagle eye will notice that I'm not going to do the third graffiti tag in this, and that's because you do a lot of backtracking later on across here, and it's more convenient to do it later when we deal with the gangs. So that's the power of the sticker slap right there. You just slap that concrete right into next week. So this goal is one of the many in this game, where if I show you this, the game gives you an angle by default. You just go right past the ramp, so you have to like manually aim yourself. I don't know why the game sets you up to fail, but you know, whatever. The game's just really unforgiving. And it's also possible that if you hit it at like a very specific angle, you just don't get the launch that you're supposed to. But luckily I've kind of learnt that the hard way and learned to deal with it. And now we've actually already met Master Zen, but we're going to see him again. Because the #1 way to get into an amateur skate competition is to learn to become like a Zen master. You got to learn to meditate, kung fu, jiu-jitsu, all that kind of stuff. So then I can break this tower with my head, just run right through it. If I didn't meditate before this run, I wouldn't have been able to do that.
Hey, you're
There we
This
go.
game's
There
got
we go.
everything.
Demolition Radio on
This
Faction
game has it all,
Sirius Satellite Radio.
and none of it's good.
Heads up to-
None of it makes any sense.
But first, damn it.
And now you learn how to stall. As you can see, stalling is really good in this game. Do you see that? That was an epic stall. Sometimes when you stall, you just like clip through whatever rail you're stalling on. And now, as soon as you learn how to stall, you've got to stall on top of a highway where the cars are gonna, you know, kill you if you fall. That's like the #1 way. It's fight or flight. And the flight being the drop to your death and get hit by a car. And then this is an important goal because it teaches you, it gives you the special meter. As I was saying before about whether you're in switch stance or regular stance, it gives you a speed boost. The same goes for when you're in special. So as well as staying in regular stance, I'm going to try and stay in special as much as possible because it gives you a speed boost. So this is the last one here. You just got to do a 360 hard flip over. Get photographed by a photographer that isn't there. I'm guessing he uses his Zen powers to do it. So this is the competition that I was talking about. You need to get, I think it's 4 on easy, and I think it scales, so like 6 and 8 respectively for each of them. Otherwise you can't compete in the competition in the Vans Park. So, but we actually can't compete anyway right now in the story because it's full. So we just turned up without buying a ticket and expected to win. But luckily there's this really arrogant guy here who thinks he can skate circles around us. But I know how to cheese this game, so I can skate circles around him. So he does like a load of cool tricks and gets like 5,000 points. I'm going to do like 1 and get the same. So 10,000 points. I'm going to bail first. That's $5. $5, everyone.
It's actually $10 because
it?
every donation up to 50,000 gets matched.
You scared me for a second. Oh no! Oh no! So yeah, I don't have $10, dude. I paid $300 toward Noz's hotel fee. Where's he at, Noz? What do you have to say for yourself? When's payday, mate? That's what he's got to say for himself. So this this is the auto-scroller that I was talking about earlier. This is the only one that doesn't scale. So it doesn't rubber band, sorry. So I'm just going to get a load of points and I can just do whatever I want. It doesn't really matter. There's a couple of stats I can boost, so I can like do lip tricks and I can do wall plants as well. Because you've got nothing better to do, so there's no reason to not do it. So Bunny, if you've got anything to hit me with, you've got a minute or so.
I actually do have quite a few donations. So we
Nice.
have $50 from Anonymous saying, "Hello Ben, can't wait to see you." Sorry.
It's all right. Try it again. Try it again.
Okay. Hello Ben, can't wait to see that Thug 2 run. Gator Gator.
Gator, Gator. Was that you, Rye? Rye Dog? Was that you? Shoutouts, dude. I love you, man. Gator, Gator.
Okay. We also have Nabnu with $5 saying, "Is this no major glitches?"
It's not no major glitches. I'm sorry, Nabnoob, but maybe I'll learn some GTA no major glitches one day.
We also have $15 from Anonymous saying, "Way to go, here's some cash."
Thank you.
That's very kind, thanks. We also have another $10 from Anonymous saying, "I am Owen Wilson's cat," saying meow.
Wow.
Damn. We have $21 from Counter Pillow saying, "Good morning, English bully. Hope you slept well despite Noslar's snoring."
That's a dox right there.
So, and we also have Poker Faco.
Oh, no. It's Poker Fasavate.
Okay.
Also known as Poker Fakowati.
Well, damn. Anyways, $10 saying, "Remember Ben, 112 baby. Put it towards
112.
Joshua singing Hollywood swinging."
Never seen a 113, and I never will, dude. Look at the pace.
Thank you guys for your donations.
Bunny, how far off are we for his incentive?
Bunny, hello?
Hold on, I'm not very good at maths.
Oh, okay.
We're around like 280.
We can make that. We've got plenty of time. You've got like 40 minutes. So later on in the game, when I was talking about the tags earlier, you also need to do a couple of BMX goals to show that you're basically the Matt Hoffman as well as Tony Hawk. So the first one is you just have to pedal until it thinks that you've done enough, and then you just don't bail. So I basically just AFK here, but it's good because it means I can explain what I'm doing. So this is like one of the smallest maps in the game that has a BMX spawn, and that's important because the homeless guy isn't actually the best way to get money in this game. It's doing BMX goals because they're all insanely simple. And the reason I do it on this map is because obviously since it's so small, the spawns work the same way as the homeless man. Like they're in set places, but he spawns in a random selection of them. So because this map is so small, you only lose like maybe 5 seconds potentially. That's a really good spawn. He can just stay in the same place. But as you can see, it's just doing like pressing buttons like 3 times. So I'm gonna do these until I either get to $400 or to the flares goal, because anything after that actually becomes complicated, and I'm not very good at this game, so I'm not gonna do anything complicated, just the easy stuff. But if I get to 400 from here, that will give me exactly the amount that I need to basically finish the rest of the game, because you also get money later on for certain things that you have to do anyway, so yeah. The only bad spawn that you can get is like right in the far corner. I'll point it out if I get to it. But it's over there, like right in that far corner over there, which isn't good. $10, boys. $10. Clapping for my misfortune. That's fine. That's okay. Think of the children. Think of the children.
Okay. What? Bunny? Okay.
Alright, so the glitch that I was talking about earlier, it happened right now in this next goal. So if it happens again, it's gonna be like, it's gonna go up to $50 real quick. Because you can't do a 360 into fakie on flat, it doesn't count. You have to do it in a half pipe. Or anywhere where you can kind of get a lot of air and then do it into fakie. Thankfully it's not happening, so oh, it almost did there. You see that? You see how it just like bounces? It's like there's a ceiling, but it doesn't really exist. It's really strange. So I'm actually one total homeless guy off my max amount. So I've kind of done the math in my head, because unlike Bunny, I'm really good at math. And I'm at $335 right now, in-game, not for my incentive. And I need to get to 400. But the goals that I'm going to do are going to put me to 375. So that will give me, I just need to find one more homeless guy, and that's fine. They're everywhere. We used to do all the homeless man grinding in Santa Monica because a lot of the goals involve just going back and forth down a pier, and he spawns like very commonly on there. But this route is a lot easier because it lets you get it out the way, and it's nice to get all the RNG out of the way early. So if you want to reset, you can reset, rather than getting 40 minutes in and then having to reset because it's something you can't control. So yeah. Another thing to mention, you won't really notice it here, but it's very apparent later on, is that there's no loading screens in this game, right? So when you transition from place to place, that is a really good spawn. I'll take this one. So, yeah, as I was saying, there's no loading screens in this game. So the devs decided, instead of having loading screens, they what they do instead is they make it so your speed is hard capped whenever you transition between places, which is so much worse in my opinion. Like, you can't skate more than 3 miles per hour when you're transitioning. So as I said, when I was on the bike earlier, you didn't really notice it, but it's very apparent later on. So now we just get the cutscene that basically drops Iggy Van Zandt in it, and then we're going to go to the skate ranch and go and see him to let him know that we won this competition. But we're going to get met with a police car instead. The Twitch police are here, boys. So you'll see for like a very brief second until I skip the cutscene that Iggy will go. There you go, he's getting arrested, boys. See you later, Iggy. Nice to know you. So now we need to go and find the skate club leaders that we were talking to at the start of Beverly Hills. And we just basically need to prove to them that we're worthy. So we're going to pull a Millicent from last year and take our shirt off. Because that's how you prove to them that you're worthy. So first off, you just need to trick on these flashing objects. That apparently proves that you're a really good skateboarder, even though I missed it, so I'm not really good. There we go. And then the guy spawns around here. Oh no, apparently not. I swear I grinded on that one, but apparently it didn't count. That's fine. So you're also not allowed to wear shoes when you're part of the skate club. So even though you think that skateboarding, you know, the grip tape is quite rough, right? So you think you'd get like really bad, like burns on your feet from doing it. But if that's what it takes to get Iggy back from the gangs or the police or wherever he is at this point, I don't know, then we'll have to do it. So
I mean, it's like playing guitar, right? You get accustomed after a while. So
exactly.
They all have hard feet.
Hard feet.
Yeah.
They have hard feet. Yeah. I wish I had hard feet, man. My feet are way too soft. It's a really big problem. So here we need to wait until about 21 seconds, and then the last one comes through. And then we need to go and prove to them that we're really good at lip tricking for some reason. I don't really know why. There's a kind of difficult butt slap you can do here as well. So the first one, you just need to trick on like the first beam and then hold like a position. And as you can see, they're like frozen in place, but we're wiggling, so it means we're not quite good enough yet. So then the second one is the second beam. So instead of getting enough speed, I might just be able to slap up. No, I missed it. I'm not good enough at this game, dude. That wastes a whole 2 seconds. And then thankfully for the fast one, or the last one, excuse me, the game says that you need to go to the second red beam again, but you don't. You just do it here instead. The game devs were like, should we check that people are going to go to the second beam? We'll trust them. But I can't be trusted, sorry.
Well, you.
So this is another example of where the game looks really dumb, because we've learnt to flatland, right? And then we need to out-flatland all of the skate club boys, and even Day One Song appears later on, just to prove that we're as good as, or so we can get access to Santa Monica. But if I just don't do anything, they can do as many tricks as they want, and they just won't get any points. Or I can do something even better and just do this instead.
This looks like the skateboarding gachi club.
Skateboarding gachi club?
Yeah. They're called the hard feets.
The hard feets. So a quick update on the law. Now we've destroyed Josh and Ralph.
Maybe I've underestimated.
We need to prove to Day One Song that we're the best. But in the cutscene, he actually says, I'm actually going to let you win. Just make it look competitive. So, but the way I'm going to make it look competitive is he's going to do a lot of tricks, and I'm not going to do anything. That's the easiest way to make it look competitive. And then when I win, they'll be like, well, he didn't do anything. So it obviously makes sense that that's why he won, right? I might give him a few cheeky slaps as well. Give him a little slap. Imagine going to a skating competition and this is what you see. It's like, oh, this guy's going to lose. He's not doing anything. He can't beat the Mighty Day One song. And they're like, oh, what's he doing? He's just getting millions of points out of nowhere. I heard that, Adam. Apologies, that was a dox. So now we're in Santa Monica, and okay, we're not in Santa Monica. I was going the wrong way. No, I was going the right way. Why did the elevator not bounce me? Hello? That is interesting.
Dun, dun, dun.
What? You saw that, right? The elevator just didn't let me go in the first 2 times. That's obligatory. That's never happened before, right there. So now we're in Santa Monica, and we need to find Tony Alva. So we need to impress a lot of locals. And the way we do that is butt slapping. So this is like one of the hardest ones in the game. Because as you can see here, yeah, you have to ramp off this. I'm pointing at my screen, you can't see it.
Yeah,
But
so here on the edge you can see it's one of the smaller...
Yeah, it's this one here. You have to ramp off here in the second one. It's not yet, but it's right after this one.
So explaining before, like, you can only butt slap when you fall off a ledge or a corner or whatever.
But this ledge is like 3 centimeters off the ground. So, and the entire point of this goal is that you can't touch the ground. So obviously it'll reset you if you do clip the ground. Luckily I'm a gamer and I got that first try. Clap that, let's go.
That was nice. Basically though, like if you miss that one 5 times, it's still worth it because you save like 30 seconds.
Yeah, because you have to go all the way around and grind across a load of cables and stuff. So unless you've like never practiced before in your entire life and you go for it for the first time, you'll probably still save time. So now we're back to stealing stuff. Now we've proved ourselves as a legendary gamer. We're going to go and steal some more stuff. So obviously, if we do a couple of front flips off this roof, it's just going to cave in. So there we go. Down comes the roof. What is it made with? Like paper mache and duct tape?
It's the meditation, man.
It's the meditation. So yeah, we're going to steal that. And also now, if you thought a roof wasn't good enough, we've got our friend Joey B here, who's like our local guy who got the dino head and that kind of stuff. And we're gonna steal this entire staircase because I want it. It's mine now. So this goal is another one that's again cheesed by using butt slaps. As you can see there, the staircase is massive and you can just drop off it and butt slap. So you have to impossible like 5 times total. So what you would usually have to do is like go behind, go up the half pipe, and then come back down again to get enough speed. You can't just clear it, like even on easy, I think. Especially not on normal, because obviously your speed is lowered because your stats are worse. But instead we're just going to butt slap off a couple of times. This one's important as well because I don't think Morale mentioned earlier, shame on you, but you can get like different types of butt slaps. So you can get like, if you get 2 presses in the window, then you get a double or a triple, and it goes higher every single time. But you need to get doubles here because a triple you'll overshoot.
I did say you can do several.
Did you? Okay, you did. My apologies. I'm flaming you for no reason. No reason. No wonder Counterpillar
Feels
called me
bad,
English
man.
bully. Yeah. I'm sorry. My apologies.
It's alright. I forgive you.
But yeah, so those ones require doubles because if you do a triple, you need to land on the X essentially. So now we're just gonna go and water balloon a load of surfers because you know, surfers.
This game's got it all.
Yeah. And all of those kind of sections in this game are pretty strange because the y-axis is inverted, but the x isn't, and there's nothing you can do to change it. So yeah, it's pretty strange. So now we're back on the graffiti grind as well. Santa Monica is the last place that we'll go and grab some graffiti, apart from the one in downtown that I mentioned before. So the reason I boosted my lip stat earlier, this is lip tricking by the way, if you didn't know, it's just basically holding on to the top of something and staying on. It's obviously not possible to do it on a Ferris wheel, but we're the best gamer of all time, so we can do whatever we want. But yeah, so because you're holding it an extended period of time, it becomes much more difficult to balance as you go along. And obviously, that's why I want to boost the lip stat, because it makes it kind of easier to control.
What, dude, meet me at the end of the ride that's going.
So this goal, you don't actually have to go all the way around like it says you do. You can just kind of manual. And as long as you keep it in the combo, then you can just cut across. And it counts.
Dude, all luck, no...
So now we've gone from vandalism to straight up like call Peter, because now we're just destroying these birds. Because how dare birds hang at a pier? You know?
Wait, there were birds there?
Yeah, look, can you not see them, like the pigeons? And then you just run over them with your skateboard. And all the feathers start flying. What I hope is that they actually fly away and like throw like a... You know when Batman disappears, he throws like a smoke bomb? That's what the birds do. They actually get out of the way and don't die. They actually throw like a feather bomb, you know? That's what I'm gonna say, so they don't call like the animal hotline on me.
Later if you want to do some more art.
Hey. Yeah.
So now we meet Mindy again, and she wants us to get this shark head. But you have to stall on it, and as you saw earlier, stalls don't really work in this game. So this is, you're supposed to stall on a rail, right? But it isn't a rail, it's just been made specifically for it. So you kind of have to... Dropping off the ledge and then climbing back up is the easiest way to like kill your momentum, and that's why you do that to keep yourself pretty straight, so then you can
Get the stall.
yeah, you can steal the shark head. So now we've got dinosaurs and sharks back at the ranch. I don't know if you want to come by later to this ranch.
I'll come by.
Cool. We're gonna have a big blowout party with Tony Hawk, and everyone's invited. I'm not sure why I bailed there. I guess I hit the cone, but that's 15. I'll give me 15. So yeah, if you clip the cones here, you just cones are like a skater's worst enemy.
How are we on the incentive, Bunny?
Nice.
I feel like you're putting too much pressure on like that.
Well, I want us to hit it.
No,
Me too.
she's putting pressure on me because she knows I'm not very good at math.
I'm sorry.
Bully.
Hey,
Not a bully. He's the bully.
Yeah.
Notch always can help.
You know, I saw an alien suit.
So this is where the in a run, the first save and quit strat would come in, but it only saves about 10 seconds here, and I'm not gonna do it. And Morale, do you want to explain why?
Wait, what?
The save and quit strats.
Oh, yeah, sure. So, yeah, you save and quit in this game
Yeah.
because it
do
spawns
that,
you
yeah,
at
save and
different
quit,
locations on the level. And sometimes you want to be in a certain location and it's just easier to save and quit. But it comes with a catch.
Cash.
Yeah, so basically the catch is that it has a high chance of crashing. Feels bad, man.
That one specifically, it's like 7 out of 10 times you'll crash. When I was doing serious attempts in this game, I never crashed doing it. So like maybe 200 times I never crashed once. And then when I was doing both at home and practice here, I crashed every single time doing it. So I'm only going to go for the ones that save like an extended period of time. So if you're wondering why I'm in an alien costume, it's because the way you win Tony Alva's heart is by making your own trick. So we're going to do a really cool one called the front side spin. It's a whole rotation. It's really cool. So the way you win his heart is by dressing up as an alien and then fooling this guy that you're an actual alien by doing the created trick. If you don't do a created trick, he doesn't think you're an alien, so you've got to do a created trick for some reason. Why that's the thing that pushes him over the edge to think that UFOs are real, I don't know. But that's not important. All that you got to know is that we got an alien suit, cost us $150. $150. With that $150, we could have almost met my incentive, but no, I've got to spend it on a dumb alien suit. The things I do for this run. So this will be the actual first save and quit that I'm confident doing. So essentially what this is right now we need to go to the oil rig, and do you remember what the oil rig is, Morale?
Yeah, it's the one that's further away.
There's more than that. It's a rehash from what game?
Oh yeah, Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3.
3, yeah.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Don't second guess yourself.
Okay.
You're better than you think.
The thing is, I'm really good at Tony Hawk. Like, I know everything about the game. I'm just playing myself down to make Ben look good.
You're not doing a very good job.
I'm
Oh,
making you look
maybe
good,
it's me
yeah,
that's
but-
not doing a very good job. Okay, so let's see if we crash. We didn't crash. Based. Let's go. So this teleports you all the way back to the oil rig. The reason that's good is because otherwise you would be sat for like 45 seconds on that, on the boat, and there's nothing you can do to speed it up apart from save and quit. So you just wait until the oil rig is loaded in, and then you can come along. So as Morale was mentioning earlier, this is a straight rehash of the... Can I get off this rail, please? Thank you. It's a straight rehash of the bonus level from Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3. In that game, I think it's once you complete everything, then you unlock it, but you can only skate around in it. There's nothing really to do. There's no missions or anything. So they figured instead of making, you know, our own levels, we'll just reuse bonus levels from the other games, but then actually put missions in them. So yeah, this is what we're going to be doing now. So a lot of it is just grinding on like really steep pipes, because obviously it's an oil rig, so they need to go like across several floors. So a lot of it is just like pushing your momentum as much as possible to allow you to get up and away. So this strat is particularly difficult because, as you can see, this grind doesn't make any sense. You just start flying up, and I've got to jump at a really specific time to land on this. Let's see if I can get it. Nailed it. Absolutely. I'm insane. I've hit all these things first try.
Nice. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you. I almost thought I wasn't going to get a clap there. If you're going to clap for my misfortune of bailing, you got to clap for me gaming as well. Come on, dude.
I clap.
Thank you. I appreciate there's at least one person here who enjoys the fact that I'm doing well and not that I'm failing a lot.
Nice. Hey.
So in that goal, it's only ever happened to me once, but I've actually clipped right through that wall. For some reason, you can just clip right through that concrete wall. It's not useful because it just puts you out of the way. So this is what I said about vertical momentum. You've just got to grind all the way up, and you do that quite a few times, and it's like super awkward to do. So this is the last goal coming up. You don't want to fall in that hole. That's the hole of doom. It takes you all the way back to the bottom of the oil rig. So then I would either have to go all the way back up, or I could do a save and quit, but then my game might crash. So yeah. So this one you just grind on a load of, I don't even know what these are. Skeet cups? Skeet cups. That's what they're called according to the game. I don't know what a skeet cup is, but apparently it's that. So unfortunately, that goal, it doesn't matter which one you do last. It plays a cutscene once you've done enough in the oil rig to kind of get ready to go again. The boat abandons you, so you got to take like a pipe back. So this is like the final. Oh, I went up the wrong one. This is the final goal that it unlocks, and it basically shows you how to get back to the mainland. And
when you get on the pipe, is that when you save and quit so you get back really quick?
As soon as Santa Monica loads back in, we're gonna do another consistent save and quit that takes us all the way back to the start of Santa Monica. Yeah, the reason it was important to mention is because for some, I don't know why, in the cutscene you're right at the top as normal, but then it warps you to the bottom, and then the goal's back at the top. So why it puts you all the way back to the bottom, I don't know. It's just really inconvenient. So the Santa Monica will load here, and then we need to quit out. So no crash, nice. I think Waves, who's the world record holder for Easy New Game Plus, he did a marathon run for a marathon. I don't remember exactly which one it was, but I think every save and quit that he did crashed for him. So he ended up losing like 5 or 6 minutes.
Oh no.
It was ridiculous. So I'm glad that's not happening to me. So now we need to go back to the skate ranch because the guy at the oil rig that we found, we need to go and show him what a T-pose is. That was an unlucky bail right there. That was very unlucky. 50? 50? I don't think I've got to 50. I think you're cheating me right now. I swear I'm at like 20.
20.
20.
I think it's 22.
Or are you cheating me right now?
No, 20.
I don't know what to trust anymore. No?
It's 20.
It's 20? Okay, we'll go with
Bunny
that.
showing that she can do maths.
So, yeah. So climbing up this crane is really awkward. So instead I'm going to run up and then just dive and T-pose all the way down, and it teleports you to the top. There's a strat that you can do where you can backflip off the ladder, or like do like a front flip and turn around basically. And it puts you like right where the first tag is, but I've only ever managed to do that once. So I'm not going to do it. So now we've got a call from Boone. Boone's been kidnapped by a gang, and when you see him, he's just in like his boxer briefs and nothing else. So how he was able to call Mindy and let him know that he's trapped, I don't know, dude. Maybe he hides that phone somewhere you don't want to know. So this is where the gang stuff starts. So we need to go and prove to a gang called the Black Widows that we're basically good enough to get into East LA. So I guess now would be a good time while I'm doing the graffiti and stuff to explain
Throw my piece up there.
The bounty?
the theoretical bounty with this game.
Okay, so basically, at earlier levels, you can clip into East LA quite easily, but it's pretty much useless because as you clip into East LA, you can't do anything. The missions don't spawn. So there's a theoretical bounty made by Ben right here. If there is a gracious soul that wants to experiment and find a way to get that clip in to actually trigger the missions.
You would skip like half the game essentially.
Like 40 minutes or something.
It's insane.
What do you want to do?
So right now, this is where the kind of new game and new game plus thing comes in. I need to make a graphic with all the styles as I mentioned earlier. I'm going to make it look as good as I can while still going fast. So this looks pretty good so far. Perfect. That's like exactly what I want. Doesn't that look good? People say graffiti isn't an art, but that is. Look at this.
It was beautiful.
That is beautiful. Absolutely stunning. Stunning, much like myself. No? No one thinks I'm stunning? Okay. So now we need to go and get a tattoo. I don't know about you, but if you see this tattoo, have you seen it yet, Morel? I don't know if you've seen it.
I haven't seen it, no.
I'll show you it. It's a big old spider right on the middle of it. So that's the tattoo that you have to get. I don't know about you, but I wouldn't get a massive spider tattooed on my chest just to prove that I'm good to some gang. I'd be like, you know what? I'm not cool. I'll go home and read a book or something, you know? Like, I don't care enough about this.
It's the hard feats.
It's the hard feats, but it's not the hard feats. I'm the hard feats. These are the Black Widows.
These are the other ones.
Yeah, I've already proved myself to the hard feats by
Alright,
taking my
bad.
shirt off. And my shoes off as well.
I was just checking if you were with me.
Hey, are you Hector?
I'm Hector, man.
I'm Hector. You man. How do you black?
So
Bring it. All right,
this is
man.
another example of why we boost balance later on, or earlier on even in the competition, because this is on normal and sick. This is like way harder than it looks to be able to turn and balance at the same time. So this is the goal where you need to do all the tags, and he says come back to him. We're gonna come right back to him because we've already done it. So this is all based on a cycle. So assuming I go pretty zoomy, the idea is that you have to go and spray over all these places with your custom tag. And then Spat, who's like a custom graffiti artist, that's like your rival, even though nobody really cares about him. He comes over if you're not quick enough and like redoes over yours. So if I don't make the cycle, I have to go all the way back to the start, which is really annoying. And redo the first one. So let's see if I can get this jump. So
Is this yours?
yeah. It's only water, don't worry, I'm not drinking on the job. It's vinegar.
Can I?
I'm joking. You can, yeah. Just don't dribble in it, please. So now we got the cycle, and then we need to hop back on the bike. And this is where we show that we're basically the next Matt Hoffman. Matt Hoffman, oh my god, that was, oh my god, alright, okay. As you can see, BMXing in this game is flawless, and there's nothing wrong with it. That was like a butt slap from the bike. I didn't even know that was possible.
I missed it.
You missed it?
Yeah.
It didn't actually happen. I just made it up. Everything was working as intended, don't worry. So yeah, all you got to show here is you go off the kicker and then prove that you can do a trick.
This is actually the place where you clip in to East LA as well.
It is, yeah. That green building there is where you clip in. You butt slap off that little, not the kicker, but the one right after it. And if you get a triple butt slap and you land on top of the green building, you will just fall right through it. And also here, you want to manual through the flags, but there's no check in the game to make sure that they're manual. So you just ride along and go right past the gang. Hey boys, how you doing? I'm not manualing. I'm supposed to manual, and that's the whole point, but I'm not going to manual. Sod that. I do what I want. I'm Matt Hoffman.
You're a grown woman.
I'm a big grown, strong woman. I'm actually a woman respected today. Have you seen my... Oh my god, what is going on? Have you seen my shirt, Morale? I don't know if the camera can see it. Stand up? Do you want me to... Alright, quick pause to see my shirt. It looks good, doesn't it? You like my shirt, everyone? Firm women respected here, everyone. So not only did I, respect women, but I also deliberately took a time loss just to show how much I have respect for women, you know? How much respect I have, even. So we're just gonna leave the bike here. I'm not gonna do a whole lot with it. Just kind of felt like parking it there. It's in a nice space. I didn't want to put it on the road because then what if a car comes along and then it'll stop? And I've done a lot of bad things in my life, So I want to like reform by putting my bike on the path. It might block a pedestrian, but sod it. You can only be nice to so many people, you know. You can't please everyone. So it's time to free Boone. Again, he has a cell phone, and he can call Mindy to let him know that I'll let her know that he's in trouble. But as you can see, he's clearly in no position to. I don't know why they're like barricading him in like this. It's very strange. So as you saw there, like the entrance to the other side of the tunnel was open. So why he doesn't just walk out, I don't know. It's very strange. Are you ready for the best cutscene in the game, Morale?
This is the best cutscene.
Is everyone ready for the best cutscene in the game? Yeah. Check it. Look at this. This is incredible. Just watch. Incredible. Incredible. So instead of just like going to the car and like, you know, taking the wheels or whatever that we need for the ranch, we go on a mattress and it propels the homeless man in the most ridiculous animation the world has ever seen. And he lands, he hits the car with such velocity and ferocity that it blows up the car into a million pieces.
The best part is just how he spins.
He spins and then just stops and then just goes bang. It's so good. So here's another butt slap. This is where we're just going to slap up and then fall down and then grab onto the sign. Usually you would have to go around, but you know, we save all the time we can. This is just basically, we saved Boone's life, so he already feels bad. But now, this basically is, Boone can't do the trick, so then I go, I'll do it first try, and then I do it first try. I don't know how Boone doesn't hate me here at this point, to be honest. So this message is really important, because it gets me back to the skate ranch, which is exactly what I need. But there's a chance, it's really infrequent, maybe like 1 in 50 or so. Are we doing the mash, by the way? You want to do the mash?
I'm gonna make you lose.
That's fine.
I'm gonna make you lose.
Right, okay.
No, this is...
You ready?
Hey, you hop?
Mash X, go. Wait, go.
You gotta aim better.
I'm aiming better, dude. I'm aiming.
Come on, it's not going.
Go, 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 go.
We're gonna do it.
Faster, faster. She got him, boys. Got him, boys. Let's go. So, if you know, hitting the birds on the pier wasn't good enough, we just straight up attempted to kill that man. Like, we knock him 35 feet right onto like a metal platform, and he just gets up and goes, well, that wasn't very nice. It wasn't very nice, but that's not important. Morale did it. That's actually why I asked you to do that, because I didn't want to have the blood on my hands, you know.
That was intense. Why you have to put me on the spot like that?
I will be honest, I kind of forgot that was coming up. We did practice that, by the way, and she hit it every time. So I don't know why she was so nervous about it. We just played it up to make like it was really difficult, but she's never failed it in her entire life.
Lies.
I can't believe that Morale is 100% consistent in this game and I'm not. Why are you not running this?
I'm not a good runner.
So we've delivered a big bag of money to Joey. I don't remember why we have to do that, but that's not important. So that's East LA done with. And next up is the absolute most fantastic section of the game. So the idea now is that we need to get the skate ranch back, because it's been like taken over by the police, right? Even though we can go freely, it's not ours. And we want to buy it for Iggy. So Murphy has a plan, and the idea is that you're going to make a skate video, and you want to get all the pros involved. But before the pros get involved, like Rodney Mullen, Daewon Song, Tony Hawk, and everyone, you need to prove to them that you're essentially better than them. So I don't know why we don't just do the whole video ourselves, but yeah. So the first person that you have to go and see is Tony Hawk, right? So of course you start big. You go to the most famous skateboarder on the planet and you go, I've been playing this game for 58 minutes and 5 seconds and I'm better than you. So you basically have to copy tricks that I think he's invented. I'm pretty sure he invented all these tricks that he's doing. But a few of them are really interesting. This one's pretty normal. Like, you don't have to do the 540 indie that he did.
This is
something
I call a frontside hurricane.
A little frontside hurricane, right? Totally radical. The problem with this is that if you do a frontside hurricane, you fail. You fail the mission.
Of course.
You have to do it backside. Not downside. That was frontside, so I failed. So I need to do it deliberately backside.
Come on, Ben.
It's hard to do, man. It's hard. That should work. So this is not a frontside hurricane. But it works anyway. You have to do it backside for no reason. No reason that I can think of. I think it's because of the way the stances work. Like the game forgets that you're in a different stance to Tony. Like they just assume that you're going to be in goofy like he is, but you're in regular. So I don't think there's any way to change it. And then the final thing is that we do a 900 because obviously it's probably the most famous trick that Tony Hawk's ever done. He gets so much air there that he could easily do like an extra 2 spins, but whatever. It's all good. So this is where like you have to do Tony Hawk first. You have to prove that you're the best skateboarder in the world, and then you go to all the slightly less famous people. So this is just a really simple combo: double bunk slide, heel flip, manual. Day 1 song, like we already beat him in a competition, but we need to prove ourselves again because he apparently let us win, even though we absolutely dumpstered him in that competition. Like he could have been trying as much as he wants. It doesn't matter. So here's an instance of a point where the game is going to force me to bail. There's like almost nothing I can do about this. So once you go through this line, you have to get 50,000 points and then jump out from the Hollywood sign. But then because you're talking to the photographer in the cutscene, you're still in midair, but you're talking to him and he's like to the side of you. So then when you respawn, your board is sideways and you just eat the concrete immediately. But I'll still donate for it if it does happen, because I'm a man of my word. And I've been playing really well recently, so we want to get that as high as possible. So we just need to get 50,000 points. And get some momentum, fly out, and as you'll see here, you just bail instantly. There's nothing you can do. So that's 25?
25.
25. I'll take that one for the team.
Good guy, Ben.
Good guy, Ben.
Reformed.
See, everyone thinks I'm a bully, but look at this. Like, just show them this video.
All right.
So,
Do we have some time for donations?
I'll explain this one thing quickly, and then you can.
That's fine.
So this is really annoying because, as you can see here, it says press kick to create a new trick. The create a trick thing is the exact same button that I need to use to complete this goal, but because I'm on a mission, I can't actually do the create a trick. So why they didn't just make it so you can't create a trick here is unreal. All right. So I have to like delay my my tricking as much as possible so I don't accidentally create a trick, because it'll boot me out the mission, which is really bad. So now we've made another front side spin, this time in a manual. We've done that. Rodney thinks we're a genius. Off we go. So now we're going to go to downtown, and there's a bit of travel time. So if you want some donations, let's go.
Okay, so we have $10 from Auntie saying, can English Ben stand up and show us his shirt? But clearly you already did
I
that.
already did that.
So Hoxie donated $5 saying as well for you to show your shirt, but this is what he said. This is the pillar of GTA speedrunning community right on stream. Ladies and gentlemen, Brofist, my dude. Also, shout outs to my lads, Mary and Poker. We have $20 from Anonymous saying one of my favorite games growing up, and it gets totally destroyed. We have $10 from Anonymous saying feels good, man.
Feels good, man.
Yeah.
Feels good, man.
We have Stabby with $5 saying, hi Ben, good luck with the worst Tony Hawk game. Please show off what's on your shirt. Save the children.
A lot of people want the shirt. Do I need to show it again in case?
And
Let's do it.
we have $100 from Anonymous.
Whoa.
Saying, loving this run and the commentary, guys. Have some dollars.
Thank you for the
guys
dollars.
for the donations.
Thank you very much.
That was very generous. Did we reach the
We're 150 away.
150 away. Holy moly.
Come on, guys.
So you've got about 10 minutes or so to get those in. So if you wanna get them in, now is the time. So Matt Hoffman here, you can tell how much the developers hate him because this is unskippable. But the second Matt opens his mouth, you can start skipping the cutscene. So yeah, Matt, what's up, dude? Shut up, Matt. No one has time. Shut up. I'm speedrunning, dude. I don't have time to hear what you have to say.
Apparently, you don't respect men.
I don't respect men.
Where's the equality?
I don't respect the men behind me who are shouting in my ear that I'm gonna fail.
All right.
Little man. So yeah, we just need to show Matt Hoffman that we're really good. And then he hops on the skateboard and we've got to do tricks over him. So this is quite annoying because you move a lot faster than he does. So I've got to kind of slow myself down as much as possible and kind of still get a good angle so I can go over him. Like there, I didn't get a good enough angle. So it's like super awkward to do. And the last one, I'll just do like a tabletop or something. It should be fine. Good. Okay.
Yo.
Outrageous, dude. So the next thing we need to do is we need to go and see Mike V. A fun fact about Mike V. Does anyone know here what the Nata spin is? Yeah? You should do, because we learned it in the game, so you clearly weren't paying very much attention. If not, shame on you all.
Shame on you, Stabby.
Yeah. The Nata spin, there's proof that Mike V actually invented the Nata spin, so it should be called the Valley spin, but it isn't because Nata's invented it, even though he didn't. There's actually like an article, I don't know the exact dates, but let's say Natas invented it in '89, right? There's actually a magazine article from like Thrasher or something in like '87 of Mike doing it, but he gets no credit for it.
Oh, damn.
Feels bad, man.
Feels bad, man. Mike V.
Pepper hands for Mike V.
It ain't easy being Mike V.
It ain't easy being V.
It ain't easy being V.
Yeah.
Nice job. Now do a
Nice
triple
job.
kick.
So this is just doing triple tricks. It's like the only time you ever do them. But sometimes, like that, my board only flips twice, but whatever.
Right on.
That's good enough.
How about a triple heel
As long as you do the input for a triple heel or kick, then you're good. The only other time that you do a triple trick is for Stevie Williams later on, but he's like a whole other kettle of fish, like, because you've got to do all of your tricks for him in the nollie stance, and the game never actually like teaches you how to do it, and like there's no tutorial for doing nollie tricks, so you just kind of have to wing it. So a lot of people struggle on his goal. P-Rod, of course, Paul Rodriguez, the only thing he cares about, he doesn't really care about skateboarding, he just cares about like branding. So the devs kind of threw shots at him by going, instead of being a good skateboarder, you're just going to be a shoe company owner. So we're just going to go and grab his shoe boxes. There's actually 50, so if I miss one, it doesn't matter. The only time it does matter is on stick difficulty. Obviously, you've got to get all 50, so if you miss one, then you have to go back. But we can afford to miss 10 here. But I didn't miss any because I'm way too good at this game. And then the last one, we're deliberately not going to go to Tony T, even though he's on the same map and it would technically be faster. The reason for that is because Tony T's goal doesn't work. Even if you execute it absolutely perfectly, sometimes, like essentially what you have to do is you have to do a lot of tricks where you get photographed, and that's fine. And then you have to do a series of spine transfers all in one combo, and then land right next to him. You can land on the same pixel that he is on, and you'll still fail. Like it is, I don't get it, man. And obviously you have to do like all the photographs again if you do fail. So yeah. So we're just gonna do Stevie Williams instead. It's not that hard. The only time that Stevie Williams is hard is when you don't know how to cheese it like this. So you can just get off your board. I didn't make the gap there, but because I got off my board, he's like, oh, nice one, dude. You made it. So nollie hard flip. I deliberately go on top of that little platform there because it gives you obviously a bit of extra height. This one's really easy, but this is where it gets difficult. So this is another example of where the game puts you in a really bad position. That might work. I might be too far to the right. If I get this first try, I'll be happy. That should be good, actually. Perfect.
Nice.
Absolutely perfect. So yeah, that's the most annoying thing. The game puts you in a really bad position where you can't complete the trick, and then you have to manually move yourself. So that's like the worst part. If it didn't have that, then it wouldn't be nearly as difficult. So now this is another... I don't know why they put this in. So Bam Margera is the last pro. Like once you've done enough, you unlock him. He doesn't spawn otherwise. And you have to do like a switch tail slide, but you don't have to do it switch because he like lets you do it. He's like, oh, since you're a rookie, you don't have to do it. Even though I proved myself that I'm better than Tony Hawk, I'm still a rookie to Bam Margera. So that cutscene is he's making a bet with the homeless man. The bet is, I don't know what happens if I lose, but that's not important. If I win, Bam Margera gets to fart in this man's face. That's the thing. So listen. That's it.
What, really?
Yeah.
No farting sound?
No farting time. No audio whatsoever. I don't know why they didn't put audio in, but
For real?
whatever. So as you can see, we've got just enough to pay. This is the last thing that you pay. You bribe a taco truck driver to drive right through into this abandoned casino, and then we go and storm the place basically. It's weird that it's abandoned though, because when we get there, as you'll see, it's fully operational. Like everything works. Like everything's lit up. All the tables are moving. All the slot machines work.
Underground
Yeah.
business.
I don't know why the floors have like lasers either. It's pretty spooky. But there's no alarms or anything that you can set off. So yeah, as you can see, like look at this. It doesn't look right. It looks like it's just closed for the night.
That was a massive roulette table.
Yeah. Huge. So this is stalling again. Doesn't really work, but it's fine because you're not moving on the stall. It's actually a lot easier to balance because obviously you don't have to kind of deal with the fact that you're moving along the rail. So we just got to do all the trick modifications, done.
There, now try that.
And then this is great. You just grind along, you start going really slow, and all of a sudden you just like your speed just triples out of nowhere for no good reason. That's not how momentum works. I listened in like year 3 science. So now with his Iggy, we never rescued him, but he broke free somehow. I guess he figured out what Boom couldn't, that the pipe that was blocking him was actually open the whole time. So now we're gonna shoot some old ladies. I'm sorry, Deborah. I'm sorry, Margaret. I'm sorry, Marjorie. You've got to get the blast because Iggy says so. And also, you spawn twice there for some odd reason, and it only matters the second time. The casino is really strange. This goal, at the end of it, you can clip right through the pool that you land in, and you fall all the way back to the bottom. It actually happened in Waves' run that I was talking about earlier. In his PB, he gets it. So, like, obviously, he's still PB'd, but it would have been a lot better if he didn't lose 30 seconds right at the end. So this one is pretty easy. You just need to make sure that you don't jump too early, because if you do, you acid drop and then smack right into the diving board, which would be another $5, and we can't be having that. I'm too poor for this. So done. Nozla, here's your official shout-out. The reason he's getting a shout-out is because one day I was just practicing this, and I couldn't figure out exactly what the reference was for vert wall planting. I was just winging it every time. But thanks to Nozla, he gave me a reference to do it. I can't really explain what it is, but just know that there's a reference. So let's see if I can get it here. It's super awkward. You basically, as soon as you go up past is when you do it like that. As soon as the bottom of your trucks go towards the speakers is when you do it. This one's a lot easier because you do it on the way down. So obviously, but then I kind of missed it there, but that's fine. There you go. Just butt slap back up. Well, I didn't count. Okay, interesting. This game. That counts. Okay. So that's casino done, and this is pretty much right at the end of the game. So I guess I'll check the incentive now, so I know whether we're playing Thug 2 or not. Did we make it?
Oh,
No?
No, not yet. Still 150.
We're not gonna make it then, boys.
They didn't like us.
Pepe hands in chat.
Feels bad.
That's a Pepe hands. Funnily enough, I actually put way more practice into the game that I'm not going to play, just because of how short it is. It's so much more difficult, but it's fine.
I'll donate.
You don't bother donating to an incentive that's not going to get met. Just donate to something that's actually close. But I appreciate your donation anyway. Yeah, so this is the final sequence of the game. You're escaping from a helicopter because obviously you've committed so many crimes. It's not even funny. If this helicopter captures me, I'll go to jail for life. Like, this is really bad. So, unfortunately, there's no bus like we've been using all the time before. So we've got to slowly skate with our speed capped all the way back. It's really anticlimactic, which is a shame because I personally enjoy this game, but the ending is so bad. Because, like, the helicopter's nowhere near me. Like, actually, the AI pathfinding is a lot better on the harder difficulty. So you can imagine what it's like on easy. You could just AFK and go for a bacon and still be like, oh, we lost contact. I don't know where he is. Somewhere last seen, somewhere over there. So now we go through Hollywood. The helicopter's magically back. And then this is the worst one. If you see my speed there, like, I go from skateboarding at, like, the speed of sound to just slowly doing it. You can do wall rides to kind of speed it up, but the thing is that wall riding gives you like a boost right towards the end, but then it immediately caps again, so it only does it for like a second, maybe. So then this is the final segment. These police officers can knock you off, as you see there, even if you're like 10 meters in the air. So we kept $30, is that? 30? 30? That's alright, I can do it 30. So I'm going to jump out the way like prematurely. Also, there was a police car there, but he's just like a random civilian vehicle, so even though the entire police force are after me, he isn't because he's just driving around. He has like no actual knowledge that I've broken any laws, apparently. That's how good the police is in this game. So coming off on time, Noz, do you want to do the honors? Smash that green button in a second. Time!
Thank you.
Thank you.
Iggy, what happened?
Huh?
Did we have enough money?
Almost 112. I got a thorn. I knew I said I'll never see a 113. I just saw a 113. I've never had a 114 and I never will. Alright, so thank you everyone for watching. Thank you Morale for coming along and supporting me. And writing an essay of notes that she's got hidden that no one can see.
Way to put me on the spot. I told you, I know everything about Tony Hawk.
Everything
but I
about
just
the, yeah.
played dumb to make you look like you're just the best at this game.
I appreciate the amount you put into it. Thank you Nozla for finding that epic setup. Thank you Shans for his physical presence, making me feel a lot more comfortable around myself. Thank you Gail for teaching me how to parkour. Thank you Poker for being the Polish Joshimus. Thank you Adam. Thank you Kyle. Mary. Zero. How you doing, buddy? Good to see you, man. Thank you everyone for watching, and let's go back to Rydog and Charlie. Rydog, I appreciate you. I appreciate you donating $50 to the cause, man.
Yeah.
Did you donate for the cause?
I'm trying, but it's weird on the phone.
Well, we do have another donation for you, though, Ben.
Ooh.
$5 from Call Me Zero, saying Ben is my favorite feminist.
Thank you, Zero. Thank you. So yeah, thanks very much, guys, and I hope you enjoyed the run.
Ben.
Thank you.
Hello, hello. We got some breaking news here on